Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to the LDP Career Forum. It is our pleasure to host today's live session with InBev. At this time, all participants are in listen-only mode. Later on, we'll conduct a live question and answer session with the presenters. As a reminder, this conference is being recorded for replay purposes. We have the pleasure to welcome for this live session our speakers, Camila Tabet, who is the People Continuity Director of South America Zone, and Jonathan So, the Global Talent Attraction Manager. Camila, Jonathan, a warm welcome.
Thank you, Zana. Hi, everybody. Thank you for your interest. Thank you for joining. It's a pleasure to be here. Before anything, I am an MBA myself. I graduated in 2014 at Stanford GSB, and I joined the company in this global program, the Global MBA program. And since then, I had joined functions in both sales and finance, and for the last 1 year, I'm leading here the people area for South America. So the idea here is to share maybe in around 10 minutes information around the Global MBA program, and after that, open for a Q&A. All right, so our dream is to bring people together for a better world, and we do that through our products and through everything we do in the company. We are a global company. We have more than 160 people working for us in 55 different countries. We grew through a series of successful combinations, starting with the European brands Jupiler and Stella Artois, as well as with the South American brands here in Brazil, Brahma and Antarctica, and after that, Quilmes in Argentina. That created a truly global company. Currently, we operate in 6 different zones around the world. Our global headquarters is in New York and in Belgium, and our local headquarters for South America Zone is in São Paulo. Talking a little bit more in details about South America. For South America, we have 4 different BUs. One BU is BU Brazil, in which we operate with beers and with non-alcoholics. Our second BU is Andina, in which we operate in Bolivia, Chile, and Paraguay, with the headquarters of BU Andina in Chile. And our third BU is BU Rio de la Plata, that covers Argentina and Uruguay. The headquarters is in Buenos Aires, Argentina. As I mentioned before, we are a truly global company. But it's very interesting because we operate in a local manner. So in each country we operate, we have local brands. Those brands are highly connected with the culture and the rituals of the countries we operate. So for example, Skol is super connected with Carnaval here in Brazil, which is a very important moment in the country, as well as Quilmes in Argentina, for example, highly connected with soccer. So global company with a local approach. Going to next slide. The reason we are here is really to talk about people, right? So we believe that our most important asset is our people. We believe that great people grow at the pace of their talent, as well as our leaders are measured by their ability to develop and retain people that are better than them. Those are 2 of our principles. Talking specifically about the GMBA program, right? The objective is to attract and recruit the best MBAs all over the world, and with that, to build a strong pipeline of leaders who can bring a diverse and external perspective to the company. So we're really looking for people that will challenge us to make things better and that will bring this fresh eyes for the company. And we'll provide great development opportunities for those of you who are interested in the program. So I'm not going to go into a lot of details about the candidate we're looking for. As I mentioned, I am an MBA myself, and we can go to that into more details over the Q&A. But we really, really believe in people that are ambitious, bold, curious, that are willing to experience new things and learn by experiencing, resilient, collaborative, and challenging. So here's the calendar of the GMBA summer internship. So we start with on-campus recruiting in October. Our application is due by December. And by end of January, we should finalize with all the offers for the summers. The summer program starts in June with a global induction with all the global class. So it doesn't matter where we join as a summer, but the start is the global program altogether in the US. And the program is due in August. It's a 10-week program, and into the end of September, we send the full-time offers to all the people that joined the program. So what you can expect from us, as I mentioned before, you can expect to start the program with a global induction in one of our North American offices in New York or in St. Louis. You will be leading in those 2 weeks one of our strategic projects. So we make sure that we are assigning to the summers a very relevant project of the company. You will be allocated in one of our areas, and really the definition of the allocation, it's a work I do together with the summer. So I want to hear from you in which function you want to join, and then I make sure that I'll do the proper matching between the function and a relevant project. And throughout the program, our summers have really exposure to our senior leaders, and a final presentation with the VPs to share their insights over the project. Okay, so now moving into the first year as a full-time MBA of the program, of the company, sorry. How it works. So it's a global program. Throughout this first year, our full-times will join the class as a global team. You will be invited to visit 2 to 3 different zones of our companies to do a deep dive and learn more about our operations. So each deep dive lasts for 1 week, and it works between November, March, and July. This is a picture of last year. The team went to Argentina, and here they're visiting Patagonia, where we have our Patagonia brewer. So we are really focusing in developing our global MBAs. For that, we offer a different menu with courses, both online and in person. We also offer you mentoring, as well as we offer you this peer group, all the alumni that joined the program, and they will work with you as a buddy. All right, I'm precisely over with my 10 minutes, and I want to open for Q&A.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Camila. Dear participants, we will now conduct a live Q&A with Camila and Jonathan. This is your unique opportunity to ask them your questions. You can submit them in the right side Q&A panel. Camila, we have our first question from Bart coming from NYU Stern School of Business, and he's asking you if the candidates are able to apply for the GMBA internship directly on AB InBev's website, or does it have to go only through the school's on-campus recruitment?
They can actually do both. It doesn't really matter. They can apply directly to AB InBev website or to the on-campus recruiting, wherever is easier for them.
Excellent, thank you. What would you say, in your words, is the type of the person that succeeds at AB InBev?
So that's a very interesting question, and for me, my experience is that it's all about attitude. So it's about having the right attitude for the business, and really being open to bringing new ideas, having this is willing to make things happen. So it's more about the attitude than anything. It's having a positive attitude. It's about being ambitious and dreaming big and supporting the company to deliver our challenges. And it's about collaboration. It's about working with our colleagues in the company as a whole to make things happen.
Perfect, thank you. Next question is from Alejandro from Yale School of Management, who's actually asking for a clarifying question, saying if we did not do the summer internship GMBA program, which seems like the first step towards the GMBA full-time, can we still apply for the full-time?
Hi, Alejandro. Yes, you can still apply. Although I would say that if you're willing to work with us, you would have a higher chance if you join us as a summer GMBA. And the reason why is that we are very serious about really bringing people to the company, and this is a senior hire, right? So we believe we'll be more assertive on that if both of us had the experience to work together before. So for you to get to know us and for us to get to know you, you would have higher chances if you join as a summer. But if not, you can also apply as a full-time.
Camila, if I can add on that. Hey everybody, I'm Jonathan, the global manager for talent attraction. So I'm originally from Brazil as well, but now I'm sitting in New York, overseeing the program. In terms of the focus of the program, so as Camila said, I think we invest most of our efforts trying to find candidates for our summer internship, because although the program is structured, it's not a huge program. So the classes they are relatively small comparing to the size of our company. So for example, on average we have 30 full-time GMBAs per year. So it is a high-touch program. We really like to invest a lot of time with our candidates and really test them. So that's the main objective of the summer internship, is to really check if the GMBAs, if we believe that GMBAs will have success inside our company. And also it's an opportunity for you to get to know our culture as well. I know that most of the MBAs, this is something that is very recurring when we talk to GMBA candidates. A lot of you want to do like some career changes, like maybe you're working in finance and you want to have an experience in marketing. I think this is one of the greatest things that we can offer. So even Camila, I think she, like within ABI, she had the opportunity to play different roles at ABI. And even during the summer internship, we try to use some of your strengths. So we will pick a project for you to lead that you can use the skills that you have already previously, but at the same time, we try to give you the opportunity to learn something new. So either if it's in, like sustainability area or commercial area, whatever you decide, it's more like a conversation. But we are very open for a cross-functional move. And so that's why I think it's important for you to try as well the summer internship, so you can be sure that you will enjoy what you're applying for.
Excellent, thank you. We have also here Pierre Henry from Belgium, who is currently gaining his MBA at Bernal University. He would love to pursue a career with ABI in Belgium, and he's asking if there's a specific program for European candidates and who could he contact regarding this request.
For sure. So, Pierre, I'm very open. Zena, I don't know if you can share. I mean, I think you already have our contacts, but if you can share my contacts with them as well. Please, if you're interested in any position that is not in South America, I'll be able to connect you with a local sponsor. So, as Camila, she's running the process for South America, we also have a team dedicated to find candidates in Europe. So we do hire GMBAs in Europe as well.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Next question is from Leonardo, coming from EDEC Business School. What are the key capabilities and soft skills that you look for a candidate when going through the interviews? And maybe to expand on that, what can people do to stand out from the competition?
Hi, Leonardo. Thank you for your question. And John, please feel free to join me on answering. I put it here on the screen, the GMBA candidate profile. Here it's really what we're looking for in terms of candidate, and it's highly connected with our values, right? So we're looking for candidates that are ambitious, and ambition here is really the attitude to dream big and making things happen. We're looking for candidates that are bold, and with that, we mean candidates that are willing to take risk and to be courage and really to push us for the opportunities ahead. Candidates that are curious, and by curiosity, we really mean they're willing to learn. So for me, that can also be translated into learning agility. It's about having an open mind and the interest of taking risks in order to learn through that. Candidates that are resilient, that's true for everybody in the company, right? We really believe that working in ABI, it's a journey, and throughout this journey, you would experience amazing moments as well as setbacks. So it's important to be resilient. Collaboration, right? I mentioned that before. So as a team, we want candidates that can work together in groups to make things happen. And candidates that are really inspired by the challenge, right? So we really believe that where there's opportunity, where there's a will, there's a way. So challenges is what motivates us, right? And talking a little bit more about the profile. So we welcome both candidates that have functional expertise, as well as candidates that have a broader experience and are willing to go through different functions, such as I did, right? Sales, finance, and now people. Both of those profiles are welcome. We're looking for candidates that have a global mindset, that throughout the MBA experience had broadened their horizons. And we're looking for candidates that have leadership capabilities. As a mid-level in the organization, leadership will be key to move you forward. John, do you want to add anything to that?
Yes, I think it doesn't fall too far from these attributes, but also if you go to our website or just like search for AB InBev 10 principles, so that's our culture. This is something that is really important for us as well. And when you talk to I think this is if you have the opportunity to talk to former GMBAs or to other employees when we go on campus, and if we do any kind of recruitment activity in your school, talk to them. You're gonna see that the 10 principles that we have in our website, it is something that is really real. So it really that really drives our daily routine, like our activities. And usually, like, we always have a favorite one. From the 10 principles, each one of our employees, we feel connected, like, more strongly with one or another. But in the end, I think that's the way that we work. That's the way how we operate. And if you do read the 10 principles and you feel that you connect to all of them or like most of them, the chances for success for sure will be bigger. So besides these attributes, I would just recommend you like talking to people about our 10 principles as well.
Excellent. And John, on top of that, in terms of preparation for the recruiting, in addition to looking into our 10 principles, I would recommend you guys uh, to look through one of our earning releases. Go through the investor relation webpage where you can learn more about the company. And if you know anyone that worked here, I always think that a conversation with our current employees is a great way to really understand how we operate.
Excellent. Next question is from Alberto from Fordham University, the Bailey School of Business, who is asking you if you could speak a little bit more about the ZX Ventures and what are some of the potential internship opportunities or functions available there.
Okay, so John, I also invite you to join me on that one. So ZX Ventures, it's kind of our internal bubble for innovation, and there we have we innovate a lot in terms of products, so new launches and how we go to market with those smaller batches of products, right? The opportunities there are both in sales and marketing, as well as some more tech opportunities for distribution. Right now, here for South America, their operations are based in São Paulo, with the headquarters in the same building as we InBev. It's a small team, right? It's about 50 people. And there is opportunities there as a summer as well, but not very often we would allocate a summer GMBA into ZX.
Yes, so just to complement what Camila said, like ZX and AB InBev, they are two separate organizations. Of course, we work very close together, and we have some synergies. So the idea of ZX, as Camila said, is working on like more innovation projects and not like the traditional innovation, because we also have innovation team AB InBev, but the ZX team, they are looking for like very trends, things that are new into the market. And so they are responsible. We like to say that they are responsible to bring the new, like like new products, new segments, new industries to a big. So they are responsible for growing new business as a joint venture. And then once we have this business big enough and sustainable enough, sometimes we take over as AB InBev and we make big to bigger. So AB InBev has a global scale. We have as Camila said, we are a global company operating locally. So sometimes we will invest in a business in US. We'll make sure with the X Ventures, we'll make sure that it's successful over there. And once we prove that the business case for that business, we might expand that business to other regions through AB InBev. ZX Ventures is also a global, they are also globally, but most of the summer interns for ZX, they are based in US because we have the global structure from ZX in New York as well. And most of the MBA interns from ZX, they ended up going to the global team. The program is the same. So if you join from ABI or if you join from ZX as a full-time, you will be joining all the activities together. So the deep dives, the leadership initiative, the leadership development initiatives that Camila mentioned during her presentation, it is the same for both of them. Just the summer experience is a little bit different. So while in the AB InBev, it's more like an individual project, you own a strategic project and you deliver results by yourself. In ZX, you join their accelerator program. So you work as a team and you bring a concept, you bring a brand or a concept or a product to life. in 2 months, in 3 months, so 10 to 12 weeks. So it's really an incubator, and you work together with a team. So you have like interns from like undergrad level. You work with some internal employees as well. They have like a specific, more technical expertise. So it is a little like the summer experience is a little bit different, but in the end we are trying to assess like similar profiles, and they all join the same full-time program.
Excellent, thank you. A question from Victor from the College of Business, University of Illinois, is asking you, is the company carrying out any renewable energy initiatives?
Yes, I mean, like I can take that. So yes, for sure. We have actually our sustainability team. We have released our development goals for 2025. They are super connected to UN development goals as well, and we have some specific some specific initiatives really connected to renewable energy. So I think the target until 2025 is to have 100% of our all the energy that we acquire at ABI coming from clean sources, so being renewable. And actually, we start that with we have a brand that is driving that. So Budweiser, for example, Budweiser in the US is already 100% produced only with renewable energy. So it was actually something that we communicated during the Super Bowl this year, and we have a very aggressive plan to cascade this plan to other countries as well. So I think in Budweiser case, I think our target is until 2020. All Budweisers globally will be brewed with clean energy. But of course, we don't only produce Budweiser, we produce other brands, and we use energy in other like our offices and so on. So our plan is until 2025 to have 100% of our energy being sourced from clean sources.
Excellent, thank you, Jonathan. Next question is, how does ABI manage the potential internal competition among its various brands? Do the brands operate independently, or do you manage them centrally?
So in terms of brands, John, you can also have from a global perspective. We manage our brands as a portfolio, right? So we believe that we invest in having the proper portfolio to address every type of different consumers in all the different occasions. So with that approach, we have a very clear position for each brand, and we believe they complement each other as a portfolio. Obviously, there is some competition in terms of having more than one brand playing in the same occasion or for the same type of consumer, but we really believe in having a strong portfolio that we work together to offer the best solutions for the consumers.
Yeah, and there's way. I'm sorry, Azana, just to complement what Camila said. Like, we have this portfolio approach, and when you launch an innovation, since you're focused on the consumer, you can there are ways of measuring how much they like a new brand, or like they will cannibalize from other brands, or if they will, help us increase the beer market or increase the beverages market. So that's something that is that we can manage that way.
Yeah, and whenever we are launching, I can talk about that because when I was in finance as the PMO of the company, I was supporting the team with the evaluations of the new launches. Whenever we launch a new product, we do a lot of research on cannibalization, and we take that into account and we make the decision on the incremental, right? So I'm sure all of you are doing finance courses. The decision is based on NPV and really on how we are adding value to our consumers. So the consumer is the boss in the end of the day, and we want to make sure that we are providing the consumers with the right choices. So we listen to them, and we do the launches whenever we believe that they create value for our shareholders.
Excellent. Thank you, Camila. Thank you, Jonathan. I know this is all the time we have. Perhaps you have any last recommendations to the applicants?
Yeah, thank you, Zena. So thank you all for joining the session. It's a really pleasure to share a little bit more about ABF, MBev, and QMIS with you. Let us know if you have any doubts about the program as well as about the company. Very happy to connect with all of you.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time, sharing more about the program and the company. To the attendees, for information, the recording will be available on the event website within a few hours. Thank you again, Camila and Jonathan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck, everyone. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.